My dear brothers and sisters, we are a week before to celebrate the great event that in a way rocked the entire world. And from today till the 24th, we have special readings to prepare ourselves to celebrate this great event. In the Gospel passage today, we heard a number of names. I'm sure when you heard these names, you must be wondering why these names are so important from the time of Abraham to Joseph. We heard three sets of so-called ancestors of Jesus. And why doesn't a way Matthew gives us this list? What's important for us? Or what message do we get from after hearing all the so-called Hebrew names? We can see a number of points that we can reflect upon. Just to highlight a few of them, let us reflect with you just a few of them. The first point I think the genealogy tells us is that all of us are humans. There are a lot of goodness in us, also badness. We are saints as well as sinners. If you see these names, you'll find this point comes out very strongly. That Jesus was born from the lineage of people who are both saints and sinners. Holy people and also unholy. Who did and tried to do God's will, also time and again their own will. Take the case of David himself. A great king of those times, a shepherd, God chose him to be king. And we know his great mistake. But then he repented and came back. Saw his son Solomon, great king, full of wisdom. And yet he had his so-called shortfalls. So Jesus came from a lineage of people who are both saints and sinners. So we have to respect and love ourselves because we are both saints and sinners. And so to respect others, but they too are both saints and sinners. We have no right to condemn anyone as a very bad person. However bad a person may be, there's some goodness in that. Or however good a person may be, there's some badness in that. So the first point I think Matthew tells us is love, respect all are saints and all are sinners. The second point we see in this genealogy is there are three so-called sets of names given to us, from Abraham to David and David to next and to next. And you know there are 14 names, but why 14 ancestors of Jesus? The name David is a three-letter word. You may say I'm wrong. D-A-W-I-D, right? And in Greek, there are no consonants, there are no vowels for this word. It's just D, W, and D. Three consonants. And in those times, each letter alphabet had specific number given to each letter. D, number 4. W, 6. So we add this, it becomes 14. So there are 14 generations before the Christ was born. 14 and 14 and 14. To show that Christ came as promised in the Old Testament from the lineage of David, not anybody. So David is the more important person, which has three consonants and is equal to 14. Why 3 only? Why not divide them into 7 and so-called any other number? 3, as we know, is a holy number. It stands for Trinity. It stands for wholeness. So today then, as we reflect on this gospel passage, giving us all these names, we may call them funny, but others will find our names funny. Difficult to pronounce, to spell them out. I try my level best to, after rehearsing yesterday and this morning, was to get the exact pronunciation of all these names. If I have faltered, sorry. So let's reflect on this fact that all of us are saints and all of us are also sinners. And good comes out from all of us. Let's appreciate the goodness in all of us. And when see any so-called badness, let's not criticize them, cut them, but pray for them so that they improve and become better people.